morning. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sand Hills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the failing pilot refers to you. Hey, it's going to be warm out there today, so you want to get outside because COVID virus doesn't like warm weather.
Well,
hey, in another good news, Joe Biden has said he's going to announce his VP and cabinet, and he will as soon as he remembers their names.
Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on a live video stream. That's up and running right now at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located. On your mobile device, you can get to it with your YouTube app. Put Mornings with the Leader Man in the search. And if you're on your mobile device, just want our audio, that's easy too. You need a streaming app, though, such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamer. And put WEEB into the search, and we'll pop up with the results at the top. And if you, of course, are on our website at talk973.com, upper right-hand corner of every web page has an icon that says, on the air, listen live. Click that once, and you're listening that quick. It's going to be partly cloudy today with scattered showers, 30% chance, high of 84. We got a little stalled cold front on top of us that's causing this. Tonight, partly cloudy, still 30% chance of scattered showers, a low of 63. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, an isolated thunderstorm or two. Look for, high of 86. That's for Wednesday. Then Thursday, partly cloudy, an isolated thunderstorm, high of 84. It just keeps being summer-like, doesn't it? Well, the end is coming, and it's called Friday. It'll be partly cloudy, no mention of rain, high of 65. Saturday, mostly sunny, 67. Slight chance of a shower. Saturday night, Sunday, and Sunday night, but a high Sunday of 71. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are west-southwest at 3. Visibility 10 statute miles. Pressure is 30 even, dew point 51. Humidity 90%. Is mostly cloudy and a little sunshine. 54 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, it is 7:32, 32 past the hour. Let's check in with our late night unit boys from last night and see how or whether they can put a smile on our face to start the program. Well, Steve, it would be real nice if you learned how to run this control board. How many years has it been?
But for business news, Ben & Jerry's has introduced a new flavor called Chip Happens. Although I think right now a more helpful flavor would have been Stay the Fudge Home.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're not hearing it on the air. Again, one day I'll learn how to run this board. We were hearing it fine. But now you can hear it too with us. Try it third time.
Business news, Ben & Jerry's has introduced a new flavor called Chip Happens. Although I think right now a more helpful flavor would have been Stay the Fudge Home.
The tiger at the Bronx Zoo has tested positive for the coronavirus, so if you're wondering who is the bravest person in this pandemic, it's whoever did that swab.
ESPN is said to be developing a show on which NBA superstars would compete against each other in a game of horse, which will be a great way to find out which of your favorite players can't spell.
South by Southwest will stream on Amazon under the festival's new name, Couch by Couch West.
Guys, it is now week 4 of being in quarantine. That's right, I've spent 4 weeks building stuff, doing chores, and teaching my own kids. I feel like I'm one solid beard away from being Amish.
No laugh tracks today.
No. No audience that laughs at a breath.
Those are really bad jokes with no laugh tracks.
Ben & Jerry's new flavor. Anyway, I guess they are where they are because, well, they suck. Mm-hmm. And by the way, David Spade's show is getting canceled.
Is it?
Fox decided not to continue it.
Well, never knew it was on. Probably nobody else did either.
Speaking of animals, NBC News Dr. John Torres says you should apply social distancing guidelines to your pets also. That's from last night's news.
Certain animal species react differently to new diseases, but so far there have been no reports of dogs, cats, or other pets in the U.S. getting sick. Still, you should take precautions. If you have COVID-19, someone else needs to take care of your animal and limit interactions with your pet, just like you would with other people. If you're healthy, wash your hands before and after doing anything with your pet. And when you're outside, social distancing applies to your animals too. No playing with other people.
That's interesting. Well, you mentioned that tiger. That tiger was mentioned on the news. I'm wondering how that thing ended up with COVID-19.
Well, didn't you find it interesting that during the worldwide pandemic, Americans are so obsessed with the popular Netflix show as a distraction? Yes, we're talking about the guy with the tigers. Here's another totally unnecessary song parody. We're so proud to add this to our Koran tunes collection here.
Joe Exotic for the people of America. I've been doing this 20 years, never even been bit. About an hour ago, we had an incident where one of the employees stuck their arm through the cage and a tiger tore her arm off.
Waking up, not enough sleep. Declared my job to be essential. Social distancing sounds pretty sweet. Don't complain about staying inside. On the front lines, a shortage of masks. There is some reason for worry. I'd rather find out whether if Carol Baskin fed her missing husband to the lions. It's the guy with the tigers, he's on Netflix tonight. He's the one to take the minds off of the virus. All the doctors and nurses are out leading the fight. Meanwhile, everyone's watching the guy with the tigers.
Joe Exotic for the people of America.
And what's more fun than watching Tiger King? Well, playing with Exotic Joe and Carol in the exciting new kids' toy set. Here's the ad for it.
You just finished binge-watching Tiger King on Netflix, and now it's time to entertain your little one. Introducing Fisher-Price's My Little Exotic Zoo playset. Open up your child's creative mind with mayhem and madness.
I like big tigers.
Comes complete with blonde mullet wig,
Hey, yo!
tiger tent,
Oh, that's one big tiger.
big cat costumes to put on your pets, cash register, and guitar. It's hours of redneck-loving, unbridled, mouth-dropping fun.
Who wants to take a picture with a tiger cub? I get to play Carol Baskin.
Fisher-Price's My Little Exotic Zoo playset.
Now these Walmart meats.
Batteries and meth not included.
Well, in today's episode of Married Couple Alone Time, respecting one another's personal space and privacy is top of the list in these times of staying at home together.
And now today's episode of The Married Couple.
Hey,
Yeah?
I was thinking, during all this alone time, if you need your own space, maybe you could put up a sign.
A sign?
Yeah, like a sign on the bedroom door. Like if you need some privacy. That way, I'd leave you alone until it's down.
Yeah. Let me figure out what hour a day I'd take it down.
Join us next time for The Married Couple.
I stuck home with a lot of people. A mom who seems a little stir-crazy because of the quarantining has posted a video of herself helping her son practice his trombone. I used to play trombone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. While he plays in the kitchen, she acts like a drummer, keeping the beat by opening and closing the microwave door and then the cabinet door. Then she pretends to pound her head on the counter, but it's actually hitting it with her hand.
Right.
And if she finishes off with a flourish by banging 2 frying pans together. I know you're anxiously awaiting to hear this, Colonel.
I am.
Yeah, mother helping son play the trombone.
Probably need a new microwave now. Probably broke all the electronics in there.
Well, remember the Flowbee?
No.
I do. I've been cutting my hair with one for 40 years.
A Flowbee.
A Flowbee.
Oh, well, you ought to hold on to that. It's probably an antique.
Well, that's how well it's made.
Probably the only one that was ever sold.
No, a lot of people bought it, and it's good for medium length hair and shorter. The long hair is really not going to do that much for, because what it is a cutter heads. It has a head with cutter blades in it, and you have spacers. They keep it a certain distance from your
right, much like any shaver. Yeah.
Yeah, but these spacers are a lot bigger.
Right.
And it attaches to a vacuum cleaner. There's the hose attached to this thing, and
right.
It sucks your hair up straight, basically cut it off straight.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't goof it up because the spacers keep you from cutting it shorter or longer.
Right.
Everything's cut the same. And it has a taper head on it that you can put on it so you can get a taper on the side or in the back.
Right.
So, with that in mind, I can get a haircut in 5 minutes and I'm done. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, see, hair cutteries have been closed. So if you gave yourself a haircut, you've broken the law.
Well, you can cut your own hair at home.
How much do you charge yourself?
5 minutes.
And do you leave yourself a tip?
Yeah, I tip by cleaning it up. But anyway, the Flowbee's still around, but just when we need to cut our own hair, they've had to halt production because of the crisis. Here's a scene from Wayne's World where they demo a similar product called Suck Cut.
Yeah.
Okay, Garth, just sit there and he's going to put that thing on your melon, okay?
Just a trim, don't buzz me, all right?
So tell me, Ron, exactly how does the suck cut work?
Well, as you can see, it sucks as it cuts.
It certainly does suck.
Mm-hmm.
At night, well, I cut the cord a long time ago, the cable, because it's just getting outlandish in its price.
Yeah.
So I went with AT&T Now.
Yes. Yeah.
And for a while there, it worked pretty good. But then they started updating their app.
Right.
And every time they update it, they clog it up with more advertising and crap. So it doesn't have work. And now it just totally doesn't work because AT&T can't handle the load they're trying to push out at night. Last night was a perfect example. All during primetime hours from, this is when the whole United States is online, from 9 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. They first started reducing the quality of the picture, so it wasn't even as good as a old TV.
Right.
And then they started buffering every second. You get 1 second of content and about 4 or 5 seconds of buffering. And they do that for about 20 minutes, and they clean itself up and start working a little bit. And I tried to call them. I was going to screw with them and tell them I wanted some of my money back. You can't deliver the product, then by golly, let's live up to your end of the contract or refund some money.
Now that's funny.
So first of all, you got to go through hell to find the number to call. And you finally find the one number that says customer service.
Mm-hmm.
So you tap that, and it's nothing but an ad on the other end of the line.
Right.
So then at the end of the ad, they said, oh, if you want the real customer service, dial 1-800-233-2020. So I call that number. And you get the usual BS, oh, due to the coronavirus, we have an extra heavy call load and a long wait for you.
Right.
So I waited 39 minutes. Just watched TV and set the phone down. And finally somebody came on. I was shocked. I was just going to leave and go to bed. And when they got to it, nobody would be there. But so I told the guy, I told him of the problem. I said, I think I'm due some money back. So how much can you refund me? Well, he goes, oh, this isn't the line you need to be on. I said, well, then why did you publish it on the internet as being the line for customer service? Well, you need to be in such department. I'll transfer. I said, oh, I see. Now I get to be on another hour hold. Anyway, he transferred. It was a minute and a half hold for this department. I explained the thing to the guy, and he goes, oh, well, you need to be in a different department. Mm-hmm. And I said, are you shitting me? I said shipping me.
You misheard that. Yes, that's right. I thought I'd be the one to say it.
I said, after an hour on hold here, you tell me I'm on the wrong department. Anyway, got some garble because you're speaking to someone in Asia.
Oh.
They don't even have customer service here. It's Asia,
Right. Yeah.
Philippine crap. And I said, I can't understand you because your mic screwed up or something, but it's busting up a lot. And I said, I'm on an AT&T phone. And about that time, his side went silent, like he hit a mute button. And then I got hung up on.
Yep.
So my moral to my story is, don't get AT&T now. It's a sorry app, and it's so slow.
Well, there's very few other options out there if you want to watch all your local
You can get
stuff.
YouTube TV, live TV. Yeah.
Oh.
And there's some other apps that do live TV.
Yeah. YouTube.
And AT&T's app's gone up $30 in 1 year. They don't bother to tell you it went up. They just bill you.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have to be careful. You know, with most apps, you can go in and jump in and out of them on a monthly basis. But if you do that with AT&T now, I just reading a little thing on that. The next time you try to sign up, they nab you for a 2-year contract or something like they used to with the cable and satellite stuff. So you got to be really careful with that AT&T now. I'm going to get rid of it too.
Yeah, you're not having much fun with it either, are you?
Well, I don't watch it all that much. I don't watch the network stuff like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's going because, like you say, every time you turn around, they're nickel dime and you. And then when you do want to watch it, the few times you do want to tune in, it's just doing what you described all the time. It was doing that before this coronavirus stuff, at least for me, you know. But I'm in Whispering Pines where, you know, you have no cell service, et cetera. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I gave them free advertising they deserved.
Yeah.
And it wasn't any good. A couple in Eugene, Oregon, got into an argument at a U-Haul parking lot. It ended up when the guy threw a firework at the woman and drove off. Meanwhile, a random guy was under one of the U-Haul trucks stealing gas.
Mm-mm.
So the fireworks sparked a huge fire that burned for 4 trucks.
Wow.
And the thief. Now the guy who threw the firework is facing charges.
Really?
Here's Will Ferrell, that escalated quickly line from the Anchorman.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Wasn't all that thrilling, was it?
Yeah.
But then it's Will Ferrell.
Right.
And a real estate agent in Fairbanks, Alaska, was giving a virtual tour of a home. When he enters the back deck, he points to the textured paint that's supposed to be slip resistant. 2 seconds later, he slips and falls on it.
On this deck area. Over here to the right, you can see just back out there on a clear day, you can actually see the Alaska mountain range. It's quite beautiful. Just right around the corner is a set of stairs, and you can see this paint. It's kind of like a textured paint to be a little bit more slip resistant on the stairs. So let's go ahead and head down. Because the paint doesn't work.
No kidding. Yeah, any deck I've ever had, when I have treated it and put paint on it or whatever, never worked. Never worked. You had to put those non-skid pads on the steps, etc.
Yeah. The Prime Minister of New Zealand announced yesterday that the Easter Bunny is considered an essential worker right now. And we're pretty sure it applies to the U.S. too. She said the Tooth Fairy is also allowed to work, but when she was careful to note that they might not be able to make it to everyone's house right now.
You'll be pleased to know that we do consider both the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny to be essential workers. But as you can imagine at this time, of course, they're going to be potentially quite busy at home with their family as well and their own bunnies. And so if the Easter Bunny doesn't make it to your household, we have to understand that it's a bit difficult at the moment for the bunny to perhaps get everywhere.
Yep, the Easter Bunny is essential worker.
He's an essential worker. A study by the British Academy Sound Therapy found it takes 13 minutes for music to stop you from being sad. Oh, yeah?
Hey, there you go.
And 9 minutes to make you happy. Here's the clip from Happy by Pharrell Williams. All right, enough of that.
See, now everybody was dancing and you turned the music off.
Well, they only gave me 24 seconds of it. Thanks to the coronavirus lockdown, 2 pandas at a zoo in Hong Kong finally had some privacy. And, yes, they got it on for the first time in 10 years.
Oh.
Here's the Panda Watch News report from Anchorman.
Panda Watch. The mood is tense. I have been on some serious reports, but nothing quite like this. Ching King is inside right now. I tried to get an interview with him, but they said, nope, you can't do that. He's a live bear. He will literally rip your face off.
Great story. Compelling and rich.
Good news story. Jerry and Beverly Lindell live near Minneapolis. They've been married 63 years, and Jerry was rehabbing at a nursing home when the virus hit. So he had to stay in quarantine for a while, but late last month he got released just in time to surprise her by walking through their front door on her 84th birthday. He even had flowers, and their daughter got it on video. Beverly didn't think that she could hug him at first, until he told her they were allowed.
Hi, honey.
Happy birthday, honey.
I can't hug you again.
I can hug you.
Happy birthday, Mom. I'm so good.
I can hug you.
Just thought we weren't supposed to hug, but I couldn't wait to grab him, so we hugged each other, and I cried and cried.
It's something I'll never forget.
Oh, I wouldn't let him go. He's mine to keep.
Okay. And what's worse than a funeral home with no business? A funeral home with too much business.
Yeah.
Pat Marmo, a funeral home owner in New York, says they're overwhelmed due to all the deaths there.
We're overwhelmed. My staff they're on wit's end. They're sleep deprived. They're trying their best.
Well, the other thing too is, they're handling contaminated remains. I, hate to say that, but they have coronavirus.
I'd be in a spacesuit before I handle that.
Yeah, they have significant issues there.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Because the virus is alive and well in the corpse.
Yes.
Well, of course, you freeze it. Probably destroys the skin, though.
Nope.
Harry Potter's author, J.K. Rowling, says she's been suffering from all the symptoms of COVID-19 for the past 2 weeks, but she has fully recovered. She wasn't actually tested, so she shared a video of a doctor explaining a technique for relieving respiratory problems that she says worked for her. And should you come upon this virus, maybe it will work for you.
The way it will work is you will take 5 deep breaths in, and each time you'll hold your breath for 5 seconds. On the 6th deep breath, you will take it in and you will do a big cough and covering your mouth. You will do this twice, and then you will then lay flat on your bed with a pillow in front of you, taking slightly deeper breaths for the next 10 minutes. After you've done 2 cycles of this, you need to lay flat on your front with a pillow in front of you, and you will take normal breaths but slightly deeper than normal, but you're lying on your front. And please remember, the most important thing is laying in bed for prolonged periods on your back is going to close off the small airways, will increase your risk of getting a secondary pneumonia that can make your condition deteriorate much further.
Okay. You need to write all that down.
Yeah, that's why they give you those little breathing toys, I guess you call it, at the hospital when you're in there for any length of time, because you do start getting all pneumonia-like in your lungs.
Right.
And that exercises your lungs and helps you expel the phlegm. Oh, let's see, anything else?
Or you just do a couple of shots.
Do what? Yeah, that too. Then you don't care.
Get some good scotch.
All right, 7:57. Let's see. There are so many ways to make a difference right now. Here's one you probably didn't think of. Matthew McConaughey played virtual bingo with senior citizens. Matthew and his family, including his mother, joined a Zoom call with residents of a senior living facility in Texas, and it sounds like everyone had a blast. I don't know if the Colonel was there, but...
No, I was not.
Here's how it sounded.
We got an I-24, I-24. Oh! Richard Lutz is waving a hammer up high. Well, we got Charles Kings in the iPad up high. We got 2 winners.
Okay, a little over dramatic acting there, but
well,
hopefully they had fun.
I give them credit for doing something nice for people that are sitting in a home and can't take visitors and anything else.
There you go. Let's see. Looking at my time, really, it's not much time left. All right, coming up next hour, we got coronavirus, let's see, insanity. Nudists are wearing face masks, no vacuum sucked air, and more. We'll have your 5 random facts, and it takes 9 minutes for music to make you happy. Here are the foods people are getting delivered the most right now. And there's new Peeps flavored latte at 7-Eleven.
We're tracking strong to severe storms to move through later this afternoon. They'll be very isolated in nature, so not everyone will see rain. However, some of those storms that do develop and move into our area could produce some strong, damaging wind speeds. Expect highs in the lower 80s, and as we head into tomorrow, they'll top in the low to mid-80s. We are likely to see another round of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The Navy says the mission of its hospital ship Comfort will not be impacted now that a crew member has been diagnosed with the coronavirus. The Comfort is docked in New York. The positive diagnosis is the first on board. At the direction of President Trump, the Comfort's mission now focuses on treating COVID-19 patients from New York and New Jersey.
Hopefully that will be very helpful to both states.
New York's governor says the latest numbers from his state would suggest a possible flattening of the virus curve, but Andrew Cuomo is urging people not to become complacent.
Yay, it's over. No, it's not.
The nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, is cautiously optimistic, saying that in New York, what we have been doing has been working. And President Trump continues to preside over those daily virus task force updates.
The president says COVID-19 cases and deaths will continue, but he's encouraged that progress is being made, including in hard-hit New York City, where the number of new people entering hospitals daily has dropped.
We're going to have a rough week. We're going to have maybe a little more than a week. But there's tremendous light at the end of that tunnel.
Meanwhile, the president disputed the veracity of a federal survey that found hospitals faced severe shortages of coronavirus test supplies. Greg Clugston, Washington.
He's been given oxygen, but British officials say Prime Minister Boris Johnson is not on a ventilator. Johnson, diagnosed with COVID-19 almost 2 weeks ago, is hospitalized in intensive care. Despite a stay-at-home order, Wisconsin's presidential primary is going on today. Democrats sought to postpone the vote, but the state Supreme Court ruled the primary should go ahead as scheduled. Wall Street looking to follow up on yesterday's big rally with more of the same today. Right now, Dow futures up 779 points. NASDAQ futures 226 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Relief Factor, pain relief that's natural, pain relief that works, and pain relief that attacks the source of the pain. That's the experience of tens of thousands of Americans who are taking Relief Factor right now. See their incredible video endorsements at relieffactor.com and then order your 3-week quick starter pack for just $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Find out if it can work for you like it works for me by ordering your 3-week quick starter pack today. Relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com. Be the next success story.
If you're worried about your cholesterol, hear how others are taking charge with garlic.
My doctor said my cholesterol was borderline, but I've been taking garlic, and it works.
I've been taking garlic for years.
My pharmacist recommended garlic. He said there's an ingredient in garlic that helps maintain healthy cholesterol.
I take garlic every day. No garlic breath. Lots of people like you are choosing garlic to help maintain a healthy cholesterol. Garlic, it's cholesterol's natural enemy. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
China reports no new coronavirus deaths over the past 24 hours.
It's the first time since back in January when the authorities started publishing these daily figures that we've had 0 deaths from the virus. Now that's despite the fact that people have questioned the veracity of these figures. There's a lot of debate about whether or not they're capturing all the infections and all the deaths. But I still think there's a lot of reason for hope in this sort of 0 new deaths figure. And that's because, according to the experts, even if those figures are underreported, what's important is the trend.
That's BBC's Stephen McDonald. Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has placed Tokyo and many other parts of his country under a month-long state of emergency. The move comes as the number of coronavirus infections in Japan continues to surge. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. A word to the wise about scam artists and the coronavirus crisis. We're getting that word this morning from various government officials.
They're particularly worried about the relief checks that many Americans will receive from the federal government in the coming weeks and months.
The warning comes from the Internal Revenue Service as well as a new Virginia task force that's been set up specifically to battle epidemic-related fraud. It's made up of U.S. attorneys for the state as well as the FBI and the Virginia State Police. Authorities said that Americans are likely to see an uptick in advanced fee schemes that promise government relief checks. Scammers may ask people to sign over their checks as well. Keith Peters, Washington.
India says it will lift a ban on some drug exports, including hydroxychloroquine, a potential treatment for the coronavirus, after President Trump threatened retaliation if India failed to send the anti-malarial drug to the U.S. Again, on Wall Street, Dow futures up 772 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
This is Chuck from Sunbelt Service Pros. Are you just not feeling it anymore with your AC service provider? Are you calling those guys because that's what you've always done, or because there's a sticker on the thermostat with an old phone number on it? How about this? Take a chance and you'll be thrilled to find that you're getting real value for your heating and cooling dollars. When you call Sunbelt Service Pros, you are dealing with a professional and reliable service provider. Our technicians are highly trained and certified and can quickly address any issues. Our customers find our technicians and office staff courteous, friendly, and professional throughout the whole process. We're doing something right here. You need to check us out. Find out what you've been missing and call us today. Sunbelt Service Pros at 910-944-2044 or go online to sunbeltservicepros.com.
Fast, fresh, and always great tasting. The Daily Combo Special from Honey Baked Ham for only $6.99. A terrific and tasty lunch sandwich from Honey Baked Ham, accompanied by a side and drink, only $6.99. Make it a Honey Baked Ham day with their $6.99 combo.
The Honey Baked Ham drive-thru is open, so swing by for some lunch. We have whole hams, turkeys, and other menu items available for takeout only. Call 246-1830. That's 246-1830.
Aaron Cooper here with Cooper Ford. With all that's going on out there right now, we just wanted everybody to know that we are and will always be dedicated to supporting the community in time of need. If you need your vehicle service, we'll provide free scheduled pickup and delivery. And if you're in the market for a new car, we'll come to you so you don't have to come to us. Right now, during this time of uncertainty, Ford is stepping up and offering 0% for 84 months on most 2019 models, or you can choose no payments for up to 6 months on both 2019 and 2020 models. These programs and incentives are unprecedented. If you're in the market for that new Ford or new-to-you vehicle, now's a great time to buy. We have lots of inventory and great selections to choose from. As a locally owned business owner, I hope that everyone would support their local businesses during this time. It's so important that all of us do our best to stay healthy, and when we can, support the local folks that depend on this community to support them. So please give us a call at 910-947-2244 or visit us on the web at cooperford.net. As always, working really hard to be your hometown dealer. Thank you.
At Sand Hills Collision Center in Seven Lakes, we proudly serve all your automotive repair, auto body restoration, and collision repair needs. With our brand new state-of-the-art Chief straightening system and eco-friendly AmeriCure paint booth, you can rest assured that your vehicle, boat, or RV will receive top-notch repair and flawless paint jobs. And for all you aviators, we do aircraft body repair too. Sand Hills Collision Repair Center is veteran-owned and offers a 5% discount to our military family. We give free estimate and accept all insurance and self-pay. All our ATECs will provide superior customer service from start to finish because we are committed to quality and prompt expert service. Bring your automobile, boat, or RV by today for a free quote at 135 Village View Drive in Seven Lakes. That's just 2 minutes from the Food Lion on Seven Lakes Drive. Or call us at 910-673-AUTO. That's 673-AUTO. Sand Hills Collision Center, because you deserve the best.
The following is a message from the Moore County Veterans Service Office. Many of Moore County's veterans are considered to be high risk during the coronavirus shutdown and may need help accessing non-emergency goods and services. While the Moore County Veterans Service Office is currently closed to the public, our staff is available by phone to provide referrals to community resources that can help with non-emergency issues. Call the Veterans Service Office at 910-947-3257 and leave a message for referrals, information on veterans' disability, and other claims. Please allow 48 hours for messages to be returned.
NCN News. I'm Mike Riley. A team of epidemiologists and other health policy experts released a report on Monday that says maintaining social distancing rules gives hospitals a better chance to respond to a patient surge. In their Monday press conference, NCDHHS Secretary Mandy Cohen says that's good news, but there could be bad news as well.
On the flip side, they found that if we ended those social distancing efforts at the end of April, it could lead to a greater than 50% probability that we will outstrip our acute care and ICU bed capability, possibly as soon as Memorial Day.
At least 2,947 people in 91 North Carolina counties have tested positive for the coronavirus. There are at least 132 confirmed cases statewide of people recovering from the virus. At least 44 people have died in North Carolina. Some U.S. cities could potentially see their worst week yet amid the coronavirus pandemic. With the nation's top doctor concerned, it could mean a lack of critical supplies. CBS's Laura Podesta has that.
Cities prepping for an onslaught of coronavirus infections include Detroit, where cases have tripled in the last 9 days to more than 5,000. Chicago has also now surpassed 5,000 cases. Next hotspots include Miami and Philadelphia.
The COVID-19 pandemic has changed all of our lives in so many ways. People who respond to our calls for help are no exception. Henderson County Sheriff Lowell Griffin tells WLOS News in Asheville triage by telephone includes questions that help first responders develop an initial diagnosis.
They're going to ask these folks specifically about a fever, about a dry cough, if anybody in their household is experiencing some of these same symptoms.
And an Orange County man is wanted for throwing a block party in violation of Governor Roy Cooper's stay-at-home order. You're listening to NCN News.
From fuel to battery power, steel has been defining the future of outdoor power equipment for over 90 years. With hard-working trimmers, hedge trimmers, chainsaws, and more, steel products deliver the power professionals need to conquer their workday. And with fleet discounts for qualifying customers, steel delivers savings too. Steel is not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot, always at a local steel dealer. Real steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com. Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
2020, another big year for North Carolina politics. Republicans and Democrats battling for the state's electoral votes, competing for the governor's mansion, control of the General Assembly, the top job in the state Supreme Court. Carolina Journal covers all the action. Available each month as a free newspaper, every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your best source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
Nearly 25% of the state's positive cases of coronavirus are in Mecklenburg County. Epidemiologist Dr. Pia McDonald at RTI International, who took part in the new forecast study, said there is still much we don't know about the COVID-19, but one thing is for sure.
It's a very contagious disease, and we can see rapid growth. We've seen that in North Carolina and Mecklenburg, but we've also seen that throughout other areas in the United States and the world.
The acting Navy Secretary has now apologized for remarks he made to the crew of the U.S. Theodore Roosevelt.
Thomas Motley chastised sailors who cheered their departing captain after Motley fired him.
I understand you may be angry with me for the rest of your lives. I guarantee you won't be alone. But being angry is not your duty.
He also called Captain Brett Crozier either naive or stupid for not knowing his memo would leak. That memo complained the Navy wasn't doing enough to protect sailors in the midst of a coronavirus outbreak. President Trump said yesterday he may get involved, even though he said it was a mistake for the captain to send his memo to so many people.
I don't want to destroy somebody for having a bad day.
And Motley has now apologized for his comments.
Britain's colorful prime minister spent the night in ICU 11 days after revealing he had coronavirus.
Just days ago, Boris Johnson was sending jaunty videos insisting he was running the country from isolation. Friend Will Walden insists the prime minister was following doctor's orders for once.
He's pretty stoic and can be a bit bloody-minded about this sort of thing, but I don't think he's been that in this case.
In fact, doctors say any COVID-19 complications do tend to surface about 10 days in. Johnson now on oxygen, but reportedly not on a ventilator.
A decision by the North Carolina Supreme Court leaves intact an agreement in which up to $50 million paid by the world's largest pork producer is being distributed as environmental grant. It was made under Attorney General Mike Easley. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
We could see a few areas of patchy fog to kick off the start of the day. Otherwise, it's going to be a lovely first half as we head to the lower 80s this afternoon. And then we're likely to see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms move through later this afternoon, going into this evening before drying out. Temperatures for tomorrow will top in the low to mid 80s. Another round of strong storms cannot be ruled out. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Right now here in the Sand Hills area, it's partly cloudy, 60 degrees, humidity 80%, dew point 54, pressure 30.02, winds variable at 5, visibility at 10 statute miles. It's 8:14. Let's check your Sand Hills news for this Tuesday morning. Yesterday, the Moore County Health Department was notified of 2 new positive COVID-19 tests. Results by the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services. Of the 2 new cases, one of the results came from an individual who passed away on Friday. The person's death was determined to be related to COVID-19 infection. This is the second death in Moore County attributed to the virus. In total, there have been 20 confirmed cases in Moore County. A driver escaped injury in an accident on Midland Road right in front of our station. This happening Sunday evening. The single vehicle accident occurred just before 9:30 p.m. near Saddlewood Drive. An Acura sedan was headed towards Southern Pines on Midland when the driver ran off the left-hand side of the road. The vehicle entered the median and struck a tree. The vehicle suffered extensive front-end damage. The female driver declined to be transported to the hospital. And Sunday evening, 2 churches came together at First Health Moore Regional Hospital to hold a prayer vigil for staff and patients during the COVID-19 pandemic. Around 60 people from Turning Point Worship Center of Aberdeen and Rockfish Church of Brayford came together at 6 p.m. in front of the main entrance and the ER entrance of the hospital. They lined the sidewalk 6 feet apart with signs of encouragement. And Rotulax is handing out free hand sanitizer during the COVID-19 pandemic. A drive-thru has been set up outside of Rotulax retail store located at 695 South Bennett Street in downtown Southern Pines for distribution. The drive-thru will operate Monday through Friday, 10 to 2. Social distancing requirements will be observed. Although there's no charge for the hand sanitizer, you may want to help by donating to Rotulax and help them provide hand sanitizer to as many people as possible. That's your WEEB local news this morning from Sand Hill Sentinel. And you can go online to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. 8:17, that means it's time for sports. That's next on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. The NFL is finally starting to take precautions for the NFL season due to the coronavirus pandemic, starting with the upcoming draft.
The NFL draft will be conducted in a virtual format with team personnel working from their homes. In a memo sent to the 32 teams, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell outlined procedures for the April 23rd through 25th draft. The guidelines include no group gatherings. Goodell said that the competition committee and a group of league executives came to the decision. The draft originally was scheduled to be held in Las Vegas, but the NFL canceled all public events last month as a safeguard against the coronavirus. Several team general managers had sought a delay in the draft, citing an unfair playing field, but the owners pushed for the draft, the NFL's biggest off-season event, to take place as scheduled. I'm Josh Roundtree.
Like other pro sports, the NHL is starting to consider various options to salvage the season on the other side of the curve. Ideas under discussion include neutral site playoff games and awarding the Stanley Cup in September. Golf's oldest tournament has joined the list of sporting events disrupted by the COVID-19 crisis. For the first time since 1945, the British Open has been canceled. It will be held next July at Royal St. George. U.S. tournaments also being reshuffled. The Masters will be held 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. One of baseball's best outfielders has left us. CBS's Steve Futterman remembers the man nicknamed Mr. Tiger.
He began his career with the Detroit Tigers as an 18-year-old. And he never
never left. For his entire 22-year career, Al Kaline played for just one team, and he was a clutch player.
There she goes! No doubt about it!
He hit 399 home runs, helped the Tigers win the 1968 World Series, and playing right field also had a fantastic arm. In his final season in 1974,
It'll be in for a big hit.
Al Kaline got his 3,000th hit. Steve Futterman, CBS News.
This is NCN Sports.
If the thought of losing power while working from home or guiding your kids through remote learning concerns you in these uncertain times, Alternative Power is here to help without the need to have a sales agent in your home. Explore your backup power options with Alternative Power's touchless in-home consultations. Consider backing up your home's power now and protect against future storms with a Generac Home Standby Generator. Learn more about Generac generators at alternativepower.com. North Carolina's Generac experts.
All right, everyone. It's a hard hat game out there, but we're the North Carolina Cranes. And this is our shipyard. We support more than 87,000 jobs in North Carolina. And last year, we put up $15.4 billion to the state's economy. It's 9 zeros, Coach. It sure is. So let's get back out there and move that cargo.
At North Carolina Ports, we play hard for our state's economy. Now that's something to cheer about. Check out our season highlights at nccranes.com.
The NFL is recognizing the best of the last 10 years.
The NFL announced its all-decade team for the 2010s, and it's headlined by the same quarterback who led the previous decade, Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers also was named as a quarterback. Brady was one of 8 unanimous selections. The others were Aaron Donald, Von Miller, J.J. Watt, Adrian Peterson, Joe Thomas, Marshall Yonda, and Justin Tucker. Coach Bill Belichick also made the team for the second straight decade. Pete Carroll was the other coach. Other notables included Antonio Brown, Larry Fitzgerald, Rob Gronkowski, Richard Sherman, and Darrelle Revis. I'm Tom Merriam.
Two people familiar with the idea say the NFL is planning a telethon during the draft to aid the coronavirus relief efforts. Buffalo Bills general manager Brandon Beane, who used to work in Carolina for decades, has also launched a fundraising campaign to support local charitable groups addressing critical needs stemming from the pandemic. Josh and Zach, NCN Sports.
On the line with us, a great friend, Rodney Swarms with the Plumbing Night. Rodney, it's 2020 already, and once again, you're giving back to the community by teaching classes on the plumbing trade. How is that going?
Steve, thanks for asking. As I've said before, the class has been a real success. It's hard to believe, but we have just been approached in our scheduling to talk to 3 middle schools in this area about plumbing. Unbelievable.
Now, Rodney, you're not suggesting that you are teaching a college course to middle school students, are you?
No way, Steve. I joined the Army when I was 17 and came to the 82nd Airborne Division over in Fort Bragg. That's actually how I got to Moore County. After that, I worked at UPS. I was a driver for 6 years. I've been driven with a passion to serve for a long time, and I actually met a close friend of mine, Eddie Ingram, and I was introduced to the prestigious profession of plumbing.
So, Rodney, let me ask, did you grow up wanting to be a plumber?
It was a combination of my passion to serve and my love for plumbing that later created the Plumbing Night.
For all your plumbing needs, call the Plumbing Night at 639-5555, day or night, or on the web at theplumbingnight.com.
Hello, this is Debbie Serino, owner of Wakert Realtors Town & Country. Whether you're looking to sell your home now or at some time in the future, why not let the experts at Wakert prepare you so that when you are ready, you will experience the results you deserve, nothing but the best. One of our recent sales was a home that had been on the market with another firm for a year. Our clients came to us looking for better results. We listed the home on Friday, and it sold on Saturday. Would you like to know how we did it? Give us a call at 910-235-3685. Our marketing plan has proven time and time again to produce the results you need. We sell more because we do more.
Call 910-315-9051 or find them at the corner of Rattlesnake and McCaskill Road East in Pinehurst. Independently owned and operated.
For more than 100 years, Pines Funerals has been there for Moore County families when they needed us most. We continue to build on tradition of trust by serving all your funeral and memorial needs from any of our convenient locations. Nestled in 15 acres of wooded landscape along Morganton Road, Pine Lawn Memorial Park offers memorial gardens, mausoleums, a chapel, and a beautiful brand new funeral and cremation center slated for completion in 2020. For free, pre-planning information, or to schedule a tour, call Pines Funerals at 910-947-2224 or visit pinesfunerals.com today.
Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish, forsaking all others?
I do. I do.
And now, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you roommates. Go forth and...
That's not the vow you took. But if struggles with CPAP have you and your spouse sleeping in separate rooms, growing apart, and feeling more like roommates than loving partners, it might be time to look into Inspire. Inspire is the only FDA-approved sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with just the click of a remote. That's right, just a button. There is no mask or hose and no need to sleep in separate rooms. If you are struggling with CPAP, great sleep awaits at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you. Review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
Great news, cigar aficionados. Matchbox Cigars and Pipes is still open for business, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and offering curbside pickup. Just call 910-944-7665 and place your order. We'll deliver the same day or the next day with a minimum order of $50. Rest assured, Matchbox is following all guidelines to ensure the utmost safety to our customers. We're located at 15501 and Highway 1 next to the KFC in Aberdeen. So come on down or give us a call, 910-944-7665.
In a time where supporting our local community is crucial, Sandhills Office Supply is committed to doing all we can to assist. As an essential business, we remain open, providing businesses with what they need to keep functioning. Therefore, we are offering free, no-contact delivery to those who are working remotely from home. Whether it's paper clips or office chairs, Sandhills Office Supply is ready to assist. See our full catalog online at sandhillsofficesupply.com, then call 910-692-6631. That's 910-692-6631.
My name is Ward Rowland. A good insurance agent has to put the needs of his clients first. As a law enforcement officer, I spent 11 years protecting and serving my community. It is my honor and privilege to serve Moore County and North Carolina residents with their insurance needs. If you're a local small business owner, you know how important it is to be there for your customers. As a State Farm agent and small business owner in Moore County, I'm here to help you protect your small business. Talk with me or stop in today. My office is in downtown Southern Pines, 277 West Pennsylvania Avenue.
The following is a message from the Moore County Veterans Service Office. For our veterans who are experiencing a medical emergency, please do not call our office. Instead, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency room or VA hospital emergency room and follow their instructions to receive immediate emergency care. If you are having thoughts of suicide, please call the Veterans Suicide Hotline at 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255. And choose option 1 or call 911. The Moore County Veterans Service Office remains closed to the public until further notice. However, staff is working via telephone, mail, and email. If you have non-emergency questions or would like to speak to someone about filing a claim, please call 910-947-3257. That's 947-3257 and leave a message. Please allow 48 hours for a return call.
Hurricanes, tornadoes, and fire. These are serious situations that we plan in advance for.
The volatility of the market can be just as devastating. When a market correction happens, there are strategies you can employ to bounce back. Call Coach Pete today and we'll help you develop your very own emergency market disaster plan. 800-661-7383, 800-661-7383, or text Coach to 21,000.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. The bottle of water in my hand right now says it expires in January 3rd of 2022. It's almost impossible to read unless you hold it up to the light just right. Now, doing some research, I found out that water doesn't expire. To be honest, I'm pretty sure I knew that. But you've got to double check everything these days. It turns out that in 1987, New Jersey became the first state to pass a law requiring that all food products, including bottled water, have an expiration date of 2 years or less from the date of manufacture. So, when this law passed, it became the industry standard for bottled water makers across the nation. 2 years, it's expired, that's it, no exceptions. Now, there are no laws like that now, but they still do it. Still says it expires. I wonder if that's because they want you to throw it out and buy some new, unexpired water from them every 2 years. Maybe they still remember the great 20th century Twinkie famine. Remember when all those Twinkies suddenly went bad at midnight? The internet gave some good advice also as to how to store distilled water. And here's the secret. it says once you open it, closing it up. After you use it, it emphasizes after using. I wonder if there were people closing it up before using and having a hard time figuring out why there was no water in their glass. Who the heck knows what's right and wrong? I'm starting to think these people are in for themselves. Have a good day. From the Zoom Wall Zone.
We're tracking strong to severe storms to move through later this afternoon. They'll be very isolated in nature, so not everyone will see rain. However, some of those storms that do develop and move into our area could produce some strong, damaging wind speeds. Expect highs in the lower 80s, and as we head into tomorrow, they'll top in the low to mid-80s. We are likely to see another round of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the Leader Man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Morning, Sunshine.
Good morning, Sunshine.
What are you so excited about?
It's the weekend. Hooray.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Actually, it's
Tuesday.
Is it?
I gotta get out of this house.
I'm going stir crazy in here.
I'm going stir crazy. Try not to go too stir crazy.
Okay, it's Tuesday.
So let's make the best of it.
Okay, I'll try.
Here we go.
It's showtime.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the failing pilot refers to you. Hey, it's going to be a warm day out there, so a good day to get outside, do a little exercise. You know, the coronavirus doesn't like warm weather, so, you know, it's a good chance to get some of it off of you and, you know, dry it a little bit in the sun.
All right. Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's available to you now at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where that link's located. On your mobile device, you can get to our stream also by using YouTube. Fire that up and put Mornings with the Leader Man in there. Now, if you're just looking at our audio stream, you can get to that too. Excuse me. I just, let's see, on your mobile device, you fire up a streaming app such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamer. Put WEEB into the search. And if you're on the web, well, go to our website at talk973.com. Upper right-hand corner of every page has an icon that says Listen Live. Click that once, and you're listening just that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area. It's going to be a little warm today. Look for partly cloudy. 30% chance of showers, high of 84. Tonight, more of the same, a low of 30. Tomorrow, we drop it to a 20% chance of isolated thunderstorms, 86 for a high. Thursday, partly cloudy, isolated thunderstorms, 84 for a high. And then the cold front finally pushes through, and we get cooler temperatures. Look for partly cloudy with a high of 65 on Friday. Friday night, clear and 47. Saturday, 67 under sunny skies. Sunday, 20% chance of showers, high of 71, and Monday, 72. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are variable at 5. Visibility is at 10 statute miles. Pressure is 3002. Dew point 54. Humidity 80%. It's partly cloudy and 60 right now. Here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, 8:33 past the hour. I'm through. Y'all have a nice day.
No, hey, you got to stop and go get yourself an apple fritter and some coffee over at
There
Southern
you
Angel
go.
Donuts.
Yeah, Southern Angel Donuts. While you were sleeping, the angels were baking. Fresh Heavenly Donuts, Southern Angel Donuts, Olmsted Village Shopping Center, open 6A to 5P.
There was somebody in there this morning getting a dozen donuts, and
was that you?
No, it wasn't me, man. I tell you, I was tempted after I saw those donuts going in the box.
Yeah. Why is something that good have to be so
bad for you?
Filled with calories. Because wouldn't it be nice if food your body just picked out the nutrition it needed, and you didn't get up and down and weight, and
I think
you could eat what you wanted.
I think the scientists are working on it.
I wish they hurry up.
Well, coronavirus first.
Yeah, but then by the time they make that little pill we're talking about.
Well, I don't, has anybody looked to see whether donuts are effective in fighting the coronavirus? I don't know that anybody studied that yet. Maybe they should.
I volunteer for the study, but I can't take the weight. All right, 8:34 past the hour. Let's find out what we need to know today so we do not sound stupid. The Tiger King phenomenon is not over yet. Netflix is releasing an extra episode of the hit docuseries next week, according to zoo owner Jeff Lowe from the show. The biggest, brightest supermoon of 2020 will be appearing in the night sky today or tonight. Watch for the biggest full moon of the year to shine all night long as it beams in the east after sunset and climbs to the highest point upwards for the night around midnight. All that according to Earth Sky. Fox has canceled the rookie Western drama Deputy, which stars Stephen Dwarf. 13 episodes were made. I quit watching on episode 3 because it was just so politically correct.
Which show is this?
Deputy.
Deputy? I've never...
Well, it's about a deputy that was, a field deputy, but when the sheriff got killed somehow, he got promoted to sheriff because by the rules, the most senior deputy took the slot until the elections.
Oh, okay.
So that's how he got in there. But then, ICE was coming around to grab illegals and toss them out, and he stood there to block them and all that good stuff.
When that happens, they should put some cuffs on that person and throw him over the fence, too.
Yeah. Well, that's when I quit watching.
All right. Well, I never saw it. Never. Good.
And I'm sure they got off from all their politically correct positions. And
well, you can see
people get turned off to it.
Something flashed by. I can't remember. It was Netflix or Prime or something, and it was a little commercial kind of thing for it, and it's some science fiction show or something, but they have this Nazi-like culture or something, and then of course you have all the normal people, and the one-liner, they showed a group of Nazis standing there, America first, so I just turned that right off because you can see what that's going to be.
Pink says that she and her 3-year-old son Jameson both tested positive for coronavirus 2 weeks ago, and for a time, quote, it got scary. But now both are doing better.
Yeah.
Well, one of Jeff's favorite afternoon shows, Outland, returned this week.
Outland.
With new shows she'll be doing from her home and using video interviews with the famous. The Marvel Universe is shifting, at least when it comes to their movies coming out. The Black Widow movie, which was supposed to be released this spring, has been bumped to November 8th. That is causing a ripple effect on the release date of other Marvel films. Big fire down in South Florida over the weekend that destroyed over 3,500 rental cars.
3,500 rental cars?
Yeah, that was a parking lot full.
Yeah, no kidding. That's the mall.
And Quibi, that's Q-U-I-B-I, the streaming service, only for phones, has made its debut. You can get Quick Bites for the first 3 months for free. Then it's $4.99 a month with commercials, or $7.99 without. Boy, they really jump it to take the commercials out, don't they? Think of Netflix, but with series that have 10-minute episodes. Lots of big players in this. 10-minute episodes. And if it's got commercials in that 10 minutes...
It's, more like...
Well, hell, you're down to 3 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know.
You can't have an NBA with players way closer than 6 feet from each other. So they're working on the next big thing. The NBA players taking each other on in horse.
Okay.
Yeah, can't wait for that debut.
Well, hey, once again, we're finding out that America will survive without professional sports, without actors and all that crap. And, hey, farmers, etc. They're the ones that are still working, and they're the ones that mean something. Farmers, truckers, etc., food processors.
4 tigers and 3 lions in New York City have tested positive for the coronavirus thanks to an infected zookeeper.
Oh, okay.
And Lowe's is getting slammed for holding their spring Black Friday sale over the weekend. Today's impossible question: 76% of college students experience this at one time or another.
I don't know. You got me.
Going broke.
Going broke, okay. Yeah, all right.
From a Did You Know category, the doorbell doesn't work in 1 out of every 4 homes in the U.S. 5% of doctors have done this with one of their patients.
5% of their doctors have done this with their patients, thrown them out the office.
Dated.
Oh, okay. Well, I can think of worse things, other things to worry
Well,
about.
they just have to release them first, and they can date them.
Well, that's fine. I don't care.
The IRS receives over 100 million calls a year. According to, you think you get spammed. According to the International, that's how many people they went in and grabbed their money out of their checking account.
Well,
no wonder they get the calls.
Which brings up a great point. If you owe them money within minutes, they can snatch whatever money they want from you. But when they want to get $1,200 to you to help you out, it takes till the end of the summer, right?
I say about 3 weeks. I'll believe that when I see it.
Right.
Or if you go in and get that immediate $10,000 loan.
Yeah, exactly.
And you fill out the paperwork, and they say, "Oh, we're pushing them out by the billions of dollars."
Right.
And you keep checking, and it still says, "Not today, not today." Research estimates that the average woman in her 30s has had 2 of these a week.
Average woman in her 30s has 2 of these a week. Headaches.
Bad hair day.
Bad hair day. Okay. Yeah.
According to a study, only 5% of people who have rebound sex have it with a stranger. In 21% of the cases, rebound sex is with a friend or acquaintance.
Okay.
Or they pay the $100.
Well, yeah, there you go.
A survey says that 1 in 10 adults have damaged one of these while watching or playing in a sports event.
1 in 2 adults have damaged?
1 in 10 adults have damaged one of these that they own while watching or playing in a sporting event.
A television.
Smartphone.
Smartphone. Oh, okay. Well, they throw the smartphone at the television and miss it and just break the... Okay, fine. I don't know.
According to a recent survey, in normal times, if you could change something in your life, 1/2 of us said that they would do this.
Man, I don't know. Half of us would change something in their life. They would do this. Their shoes. I don't know.
Watch less TV.
Watch less television. Okay.
So if you watch AT&T now, you'll be watching less TV.
You're watching less television, right?
Because you get 1 second of programming followed by 5 seconds of buffering. Over and over and over again. It's bad enough if these programs take an hour with the 1,000 commercials that are in them.
Well, that's why I don't watch much of the commercial stuff anymore.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. I didn't mark anything else on this page, did I? Nope. All right, moving on. Let's do our rim shots this morning. See if we can get the Colonel to smile once or twice before we get through these things. All righty. Clean up some of my tray. Okay, now we're ready to play some radio. Here it is. A New York City health official suggested that they might have to temporarily bury bodies in parks if morgues run out of room. You heard this?
No, I haven't.
And a spokesman for the mafia said there might be a few places we prefer you didn't dig. Usually when someone gets buried in New York, it's the Giants.
Yeah, there you go.
New York is increasing the fine for violations of the social distancing rules to $1,000. It's not really necessary since New Yorkers are already like, hey, I'm distancing here. Or you can say it better than me.
No.
A New York man was busted hoarding 1 million respirator masks, gloves, and other medical supplies. Have you no shame, Hillary Clinton? Come on.
Well, you read some other things. Some of our the H.W. Bush Foundation. You know, I don't know where they are, what they are supposed to be doing, but apparently they sent several $1 million worth of all that personal protection device, masks, etc., to communist China. Sent it to them here in the last couple of weeks. Why, I don't know. Because they make all the crap, and now they're holding it for ransom to send it back over here. Clowns.
Ryan Reynolds is spending quarantine making dresses with his kids. Me too, but replace dresses with cocktails and get rid of with his kids, and you got me. Retailers are now limiting customers in stores, so instead of watching Lord of the Rings while in line for Costco, now you can enjoy the trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah, you were telling me off mic about Harris Teeter and.
Oh yeah. This morning, they did get a load of toilet paper over at the Harris Teeter on 211. It's already gone, folks. But apparently somebody tried to get out the door with 4 12-roll packs of toilet paper, and the Harris Teeter said no, you can buy one, and took 3 away. So, yes,
that was good.
Harris Teeter's trying to make sure people have access to this stuff.
For at least the 12 seconds it's on the shelf.
Yes. Apparently it didn't last long.
As you said, they were lined up, and as soon as they opened the door, everybody's running or walking quickly to that aisle.
It's like the Boston Marathon.
And it's quickly depleted.
Right. People just scoot through there and it's scoop it up.
There's a new dating site called Quarantine Together.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to spend time around someone without physical contact, get married. I knew you'd laugh at that one. Some people say they become more creative since they have more time on their hands while being quarantined. I know I have. The excuses I give for not exercising and eating healthy are much more convincing. John Oates turned 72 today. People kidding about not being the main guy in Hall & Oates, but hey, he's the second most important member of the group That's got to count for something, don't you think?
Yeah.
He remembers the good old days when he went to go pee and he did it in a minute. And today is Russell Crowe's birthday. He's now 56 inches for his waistline measurement. Yeah, he gained a lot of money, pounds for a movie. And last I saw, he hadn't lost anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he really bulked up to the point you almost didn't recognize him. In Alabama, a community held a drive-by birthday party for a woman who turned 100. Remember that? She waved and smiled to every last one of them before dying of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh, there you go.
2 giant pandas at a Hong Kong zoo made it for the first time in 10 years. Wow. That's a pretty damn active sex life. Screwed it up. Wow, that's a pretty damn active sex. Take 3. Wow, that's a pretty damn active sex life, replied married people. And Taco Bell is once again giving away free Dorito Locos tacos today. So now there's finally a good excuse for people hoarding toilet paper. Just so you had it. Alrighty, let's, well, we haven't done it in a while, so let's go catch one bad guy, shall we?
Just one?
Yep.
Your little dog, too. What we've got here is failure to communicate. Bad boys, what you gonna do?
All right, my friends, it's time once again. Straight across the floor in the style of the Duke John Wayne. Open up our closet doors. Look at all 30 Liberty safes there in front of us. And today we're going to mosey over to Liberty safe number 14. And open her up and let the good Colonel reach in and grab our weapon of choice today.
Okay, well, in compliance with social distancing guidelines, we're gonna put down the pistol today and go with a rifle. So we'll grab a good old M1 here in 30 caliber, magazine fed, gas operated, et cetera, et cetera. So,
all right, big holes.
Yeah.
We like it.
At a distance.
At a distance. With accuracy.
Yes.
All right, we'll throw that over our shoulder, pin on our badge, grab 5 cans of some super whoop ass as we now head out the door in relentless pursuit of stupid criminal news. Stupid criminal news 1 today. Let's see. I can't even imagine that the odds are on a coincidence like this. A man and a woman were arguing in a U-Haul parking lot in Eugene, Oregon on Saturday night. And the guy pulled out a firework, lit it, and threw it at the woman. She ducked and got away. And the guy left the lot. But here's what he didn't know. There was another guy hiding under a U-Haul a lot of the time, and he was underneath one of them, of the U-Haul, stealing gas. Sparks from the fireworks flew near the gas, and you know what happens then.
Yeah.
It ignites, and 4 U-Haul trucks burst into flames. Some of them acted like fireworks themselves. The gas thief and the woman both ran away, and the gas thief's pants and sleeves were on fire. The police dug through the security footage to figure out what happened. Eventually, they realized the fire was the result of 2 totally unrelated crimes happening at the same time. At a U-Haul place?
Unrelated crimes.
The guy who threw the firework was arrested for reckless and danger-preventing criminal mischief. The police haven't caught the gas thief yet, but he'll also be facing charges.
Yeah, look for the guy with the burned rags that he's wearing.
And that's our stupid criminal news for this Tuesday. All right. It is 8:53. Now we get to one of the Colonel's favorite parts of the show, and that is learning something with our 4 random facts here.
And now it's time for...
Random.
Facts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, Carl, a random fact for today may be a spare. There's a common belief that 9 out of 10 restaurants fail in the first year. A 20-year study found that it's more like 17% or 1 in 6.
Oh, okay.
I always heard it was like 2 years.
I don't know. I mean, I've heard various things. I mean, I'm not in the restaurant business and don't intend to.
There you go, 1 in 6 in the first year.
Yeah.
There's no official. I hope these ones now can survive.
Well, yes, this will skew all of those statistics. That's a fact.
There's no official difference between the definition of a hill and a mountain. The U.S. Geological Survey used to define a hill as being less than 1,000 feet. But they got rid of that rule in the mid-1900s.
Okay.
The average human being sprints at 15 miles an hour. And that makes us slower than the average hippopotamus, which runs 19 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, most animals outrun us.
Well, with the hippo, a lot of zigging and zagging might save you.
Nah, I don't think so.
Or tight turns in a small space.
Yeah. Okay, whatever you say.
I'll just leave the hippos alone.
That would be the best idea.
They're nasty animals. I mean, they defecate in the stream they're in and fan it with their tail to spread it around.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross.
Right.
Tennessee has a law that specifically grants you permission to take any animal you accidentally run over for, quote, personal use and consumption. In other words, you're legally granted the dinner rights to your roadkill.
Yes.
And lastly, Bolivia has the most official language of any country with 36. 4 of them are indigenous languages that are extinct.
Okay.
That's your random facts for today.
Then how do they know if anybody's speaking that language?
I don't know. Food deliveries are obviously huge right now. And according to Uber Eats, their orders have gone up 30% since mid-March. Well, you think? They also share the foods that people in 35 different states have ordered the most. And where there's some variety in here, it's clear the most popular thing to have delivered to us right now is
fried chicken.
French fries.
French fries, okay. Well, I had it half right.
Fries are the most delivered food in Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, South Carolina, Utah, Virginia, and Washington. Some of the other most popular foods are Thai, burritos, and crab rangoon.
Crab rangoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
The drinks that people, I would never order any of those, for delivery.
Not for delivery, no.
The drinks that people are ordering the most are soda, Thai iced tea, iced coffee, and lemonade. And the desserts people are ordering the most are, of course, I can't pronounce some of these since I'm not a connoisseur. Baklava.
Baklava?
Baklava, what is that?
It's a dessert, a Greek dessert.
What's in it?
I don't know. Okay. I don't want to, because there's some chef out there that knows exactly what's in it, and I'll probably get it wrong. But it's a sweet, gummy. Well, it's not gummy, but it's just very sweet, syrupy kind of dessert with layers of layers of. It's not layers of cake. It's layers of a thin. It's not a cracker either. See, that's dough. Some kind of thin layered dough with. And are layered in between syrup and.
All right, the others were cheesecake banana pudding. All right, so it goes for this Tuesday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow, 7 to 9, for a Hump Day Wednesday and an extended Zoom All Zone. And don't forget, our restaurants around here, particularly those that advertise on our station. We have a list of them on our website at talk973.com. And the other mom and pops that advertise on our station, be sure to give them first crack at your spending dollars, because that way your money will stay in our economy, roll over, and create jobs and supports our local community business. And don't forget, millions of Americans have fought and died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and the Leader Man, and Nick the Colt the Dog. We'll all see you at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the dog park.